all the way back to 2018, even 2017. Walk him down the one place he can't get shot from the bottom. Quick fire from Doki, try to take out one by the window, and SirBoss will be the first one to fall in Season 10.
It's a bit of an interesting play from Penta there. I think Hungry was probably in a position to take more of Doki's, I guess, interest away, but it's a belated refrag by Revan on top of White Stairs. Will continue to march on up now as Citizen, as he sees the Montaigne from behind, but unable to do a significant amount of damage. That shield will come down to give him full coverage, and oh! 2 from Kendrew will be overlooked by 1 from Hungry. It saves to finish off Hungry, and NaVi will grab their very first round in Pro League in quite convincing fashion. Penta really struggling to do more than just take control of the corridor by White Stairs, and NaVi had them every step of the way.
It's one right by the bomb, and Nello will go down. Well done by a blast on the Ash, and I'm going to try to go for the assault here with just having a tiny sliver of information and space. Blast again for the second on a save to take him out from the back. Doki with a beautiful flank will shut down SirBoss, but the Monty is just going to stay in his position. A Gumine thrown in his foot, and it will trigger Doki to turn around and just run away from him, trying to bait the shield off. And the 3v2, and Blast will find one on Kendrew. Last alive, Doki, 39 seconds. Blast is going to be down here, little HP, but Doki's the one to try to do it. So a 1v1, is the Monty going to be enough to save the day? He puts the shield up, 30 seconds left. He turns around, the bait perfectly done here by Doki. And no, Hungry spraying down with the pistol. It's the Monty to save the day. And wonderfully done there at the end. Did it even ADS at the end? Nope. Hip fire bonanza. And there you go.
Acted this entire time.
I believe they have spotted him. He's taken a bit of damage. I think that was just a bit of a spray through the desk. But Blast on the walk-up will find one. Nello, quick refrag. Getting in here with his FMG-11. Ravon finding another one on the Doki with a quick refrag at Citizen. Hungry as well. The pistol up close and personal. 2v3 still the advantage here for Penta Sports. Citizen is trying to come around. They don't know where the diffuser is, and it gets shot down from the side as enemy walks on down. Hungry again will find a kill. A headshot on Nello. The Monty, I mean Hungry in general, not just the Monty himself, just doing so much work. It's not really something that we're not used to. We're used to seeing on maps like Coastline with a Maestro in play. Not the case in this one, and a quick peek from Doki. He'll find the kill, take down SirBoss, and then scamper off as fast as possible. Now enemy has to watch his back, but Hungry in the meantime taking a bit of damage from the goo mine set on the floor. Ravon watching rotations through White Stairs, and nobody moving through there as of yet. Blast still holding down the bottom. They know there's one player back in the freezer, but enemy's afraid to peek. You see the opposite end of the basic air hallway. It's pretty difficult to deal with, and we head to the 12 seconds left in the round. Doki trying to check through the smoke, but Nello will find one. That's at least the IQ eliminated. Kendra with another onto Hungry as enemy continues to drone. He gets shot down at the last second. Kendra, well done! And Doki will find the last one at the last second as well. Very well done by NaVi here. Just pulling back, allowing Penta, or basically putting Penta in a position where they feel super comfortable with taking instruction is extremely important in this situation.
For the time being, all this control that's been taken over by Penta hasn't done much at all. Citizen's going to take out Hungry, so down goes your set of smokes, down goes the shield, and NaVi are in a position to now clamp on in towards this site. You've got the stairs being patrolled by 2 separate members of their team. You've got Kendra in a position now just to gun down Revan on the fadeaway as he drops. Saves will get in on the action, and NaVi are looking to have a complete and total lockout, and were it not for Doki's death at the start of this round, it would be a flawless round for NaVi. So the kitchen, okay, you went there twice, it didn't work. You made it. Haven't really seen much else to try and keep these walls intact, which means that they're essentially completely free for Penta to just be able to open them up. Enemy doing double duty there as he not only takes the wall out, but then also takes out saves. He's joined by SirBoss. SirBoss still looking for his very first kill. The ultimate support operator for the time being, surveying those openings that have been created inside of the site. It's Kendra who's now under fire, and NaVi don't seem to have too much as there goes the Monty yet again to take out Kendra, leaving an awful lot of weight on the shoulders of Nello and Citizen. Down goes Citizen. Nello's last alive, and well, this might be a fool's errand for his team as it's Revan with a big double kill. A flawless round from Penta coming out. And Kitchen is not where NaVi's able to cook up much at all. We'll move towards Penta's defense with 3
eliminated with Kendra taking a bit of damage.
That was a 3-person execution there from NaVi. You had Doki smash open the castle barricade while both Nello and Citizen watched from different angles. Beautiful shot from Kendra to completely behead enemy. So the Thermites have been fragging out in this matchup by being able to open these kitchen walls, putting a lot of pressure on, and then doing the rest of the work themselves. Penta over by the bakery side will now move in towards cooking and then continue on marching towards the back side of the kitchen as they're in the prep area. It's going to be Doki to take out Sir Boss, and this kitchen just does not bode well for any defender. It's another flawless round, this time in favor of NaVi, as all the action happens so swiftly, and they'll regain the lead, but something is just not working for the site for the defense.
Just waiting for the drone of his Thermite to move in and give him info on any player that's stuck all the way in the back here in the freezer, and there is one. It's going to try to pre-fire into him, and Citizen will find him, but Sir Boss will refrag to take him out.
Sir Boss will break the streak that he had of finding the scoreboard, and he's going to need to do a couple more as it's going to be all up to him now. Blast falls, and Sir Boss lighting up another. He'll find kill number 2 on Doki. Marching on down the corridor, heading over towards Piano. He's got some marks from the rest of his teammates. Diffuse going down, and well, Kendrew could actually get spotted here very easily, but no, the deployable shield that was put down by Penta will actually be their own undoing. A third kill for Sir Boss as he's firing up the engines. Diffuser going down, though, will give him a clock to work against, as NaVi will just need to hold off. You've still got a Capitao and a Thatcher on the board, with the Diffuser going down 1/3 of the way, 2/3 remaining, and Sir Boss not knowing exactly where to go from here. He might be blind on intel. He'll find another body, looking for kill number 4, but Nello will get it. Push a second round in a row for NaVi onto the board. 5-3 right now, 1 round away from securing themselves a singular point, at which would be
pull back and open up the wall. Blast actually going to try to fight against him here, but he's going to be picked up and fired upon. No, he finds it somehow, but the double refrag from Doki will be more than enough.
Look at they lined up for Doki there, and that was once again a mistake being committed by Penta, as you can't really predict that with the way that Doki's playing. Over by Cigar Balcony now, though. This is one of the areas that were opened up, and his position is given away. If there's a C4 underneath him, it could possibly go off, but you don't see a C4 in the hands of any of the members of Penta, as enemy's going to be running the impact grenades, and well, Echo and Smoke don't have that available to their loadout. This fire arrow is going to do an awful lot of damage, though, and it's going to be enemy taking so much heat as he'll move out of the way. He's over on the Cocktail Balcony, the other extension that was added on the other side of the map. Missed shot from Doki, but he'll pick up his 3rd kill and march on forwards. There's an Echo drone that was above, watching him. We'll have to be very wary that he's under watch and key. Grenade gets tossed on in, Sir Boss falls, and Hungry will have to do multiple duties, but he won't be able to do it. It's Citizen and Nello to get the final 2 kills of the round, and that's 1 point for NaVi. And they're first overall right now in Pro League. Yes, it's the first match, but we'll give it to them. They're brand new to Pro Rotate. Just simply having a Nomad on the board is enough to stop most roamers from going through certain areas. It's going to be a frag grenade that sails over the head of Ravon, and Hungry pushes on up, takes out Doki. It looks like it might be a second kill here, as indeed it will be. Kendra will trade 1 out, but it's still an advantage in favor of Penta as they start off this wrap control, as they're going to lose some of it with an exothermic charge going off from the Thermite. And on the windows, you see quite an abundance of NaVi members. They hold themselves at a disadvantage, and they'll have to drop 1 body for the defuse. That'll be Kendra who picks up another kill, but oh no! Team damage being established, and a swing on in from Saves as he's last alive, but incredibly telegraphed through the window, very vulnerable. Penta will break this deadlock that they found themselves in, or this drought, I suppose, that they found themselves in here on defense.
On there, you see Kendra as well. There's one player right behind the cooking equipment, but he's going to stay alive for just a second. Flashbang into the back as the enemy will find 1 here on the Vigil, but Kendrew and Citizen for 2 of their own. Hungry all on his own as Kendrew has gotten 1 more on Sir Boss, and Kendrew with 3K to end the round. That's Hungry taken away. Natos Vincere will get the first victory of Pro League Season 10 and of the EU Pro League, of course. 7-4 victory for the British squad on our latest map, Cafe Dostoyevsky.
An exciting matchup. I think whether you're a fan of Penta or whether you're a fan of NaVi, you can walk away being quite happy with that showing. Extraordinary performance from both Doki and especially Kendrew. Kendrew top fragging on his team despite holding down primarily support operators. So just goes to show you that sometimes, it doesn't matter what role you play, you can get the kills you need.
Yeah, you got a gun, you can use it, you can shoot.
Have lost 1, but the tools that have been lost from both are incredibly vital. A Maestro and a Capitao off the board, with Gofi now getting very aggressive here, and Goga dropping to the floor will capitalize off of that, and G2 will once again regain the lead in man count.
And kind of surprising that the F90 is being used by Uno and not the Saw. Been seeing so much damage done with this, and specifically because it's I mean, with Gridlock, you can do so much with the saw just because you reload so fast and with the amount of ammunition that's still available for you. I wonder if why the personal choice was made in that way. But again, it's a personal choice, so it's completely fine to go for this. Now, none of the Stingers have been used so far, so those will mostly be used later on into the red stairs, depending on how things end up. And even the AUG 3 being used by Shate, which is also kind of an oddity. Usually you'll be seeing, you know, the SP-12, basically, the shotgun that's being used in its wake. There you go. See the first bit of the tracks being thrown in. Slebin from below is going to have the angle. No, he can't shoot it from here. He's going to have to keep moving. Boonsy will find the kill on Goga and slow things down. An extra pop of smoke. C4 thrown in from below. Won't connect, though. Uno will still find one.
Shate is being completely boxed in, and this will show you the strength that we have from Gridlock, able to completely isolate one area on the map. 3, in fact, if you use all 3 of those tracks. And, well, it's going to be trouble for Shate to be able to get out of there alive. Can't do much. 3 kills from Uno, making a statement as he's brand new to this team. Down goes Slebin, but Uno with another. And my, what a round from Uno in particular. G2. And Uno making a statement, as it's still a close round, but Uno ends up saving the day. Playing on this. That's the way that this tends to play out. So action can happen at a torrid pace. The G2 are circling the wagons with Uno going, or Goga going in belly up. Uno from above, and now Goga will go for a successful plant. It's perfect coverage from G2 for the time being. Jonas tries to come in on the flank, but shut down by Kanto Raketti. And Slebin is nowhere even close to be able to stop this. It'll be a successful diffuser going down for G2 in a 1v4. Almost everybody on G2 at full HP, and Slebin will not even be able to make it out of the corner. The second side of the kitchen, as Pengu will close the door on that. There'll be 2 rounds in a row on G2. Kitchen, for the 6th time today, will not be successfully held by the defense, being they haven't done any breach denial to stop G2 from getting on in. It actually looks like the hatch might actually be open as well, or at least softened inside a piano. Still, it's quite a long period of time for G2 to be able to push on in towards the site. Kanto Raketti will take 1. He was looking for a second as Jonas rotates out of pillars, and it was just a bad timing on his part.
Yeah, there's also a second player that's coming up the brown stairs, and that was the Castle Slebin. Will be taken away as well by Fabian Gogo, the refrag, well, second frag as well here on Nabunsi, and Mouz kind of just falling apart at the seams. There's not much that they're able to do against G2, and they've been walking out into the line of fire of their opponents, and this is not really something that you really want to be happening when you want to force your opponents down into you so you can capitalize on them. And G2 are kind of able to force Mouz out of their hiding holes, no pun intended. Gogo will drop down as all the tracks are being thrown in. There's a Maestro camera in the back, but it cannot be used. It's already dead here. And Uno will find one as Fabian comes around the corner, gets the final kill in the hallway by reading. Sconfi taken away. G2 absolutely mopping the floor here. This is
easy kill onto Goga, but Goga manages to survive and actually at full HP in the process. Down goes Gomfi as Fabian on repel, doing his damnedest to ensure that his team is in good position. Expecting the exothermic charge to be shot out by the Maestro Cam. One of the gadgets that are available for Jonas will be eliminated by Goga. Goga will now continue to just walk on in. That wall and bar back storage opened up will allow the Capitao to possibly throw some fire arrows in and cut off anybody who's holding these angles. And there it'll go. A beautiful shot from Goga. Just snapping onto Shate's head, and now with Goga in full sight, he'll go for the defuse plant. Tracks going off, and Uno crossing over onto Bonesy. He'll drop and watch for some coverage, knowing that there's one body down below. Kanto, Raketti, and Uno making this look easy. Not only do they pick up their 4th round in a row, but it's a flawless one from G2, as they just don't seem to be able to slow down right now. Mouz having 0 answers.
They have done it before with Uno, and they also had support of Kanto. I think that's what Uno would like to do now. They spotted one player in the back, and Slebin laying down on the body. Find Uno as he just walks on down the brown stairs. Kanto unable to really respond, so for once we'll see Mouz with an advantage early on in the round here.
It's a really interesting play by Slebin. He looked to be pretty close to being prone in the middle of the open, and it's Mouz Sports on a full court press for the time being. His offense appears to be the best defense in this case. Bonesy taking quite a bit of damage, but so too will Pengu and Kanto Raketti. Our destruction will blow up the freezer wall, so G2 will go for a back take onto these sites. And if Mouz Sports is aware of this, they can reposition their chips on the board as they need to. G2 still trying to figure out the best point of entry, and Kitchen has thwarted the defenders on every single attempt for every team that's played Cafe today. Pengu will take out Jonas. Hopefully he's put down an evil eye or 2 in the process, and we'll be back at 4-4. Goga's not going to be able to entry on in unless he runs through the smoke. And might be able to go for a plant if he can just cross in through this window. Still taking quite a bit of damage. He'll flash out, with Pengu looking to possibly be the other side of this pincer. Fabian fell from Gomfi off the board, and down goes Goga as well as Bones. He finds the shotgun blast. Shate will take out Pengu, and it looks to be Mouz's best opportunity, as Kanto Raketti is nowhere near the site, nowhere near the diffuser. 6 seconds to go, and he'll have to find 4 kills. He won't be able to find a single one. Put out of his misery by Gomfi. Mouz Sports will end the streak by G2, find their first successful defense, and the very first successful defensive kitchen for any team so far here on Cafe. And you essentially do so under the complete guise of, well, absolute chaos. 2 kills from G2 will answer Shate's opening frag, and Jonas will shut down Fabian, as it's just an absolute chaotic second or two of action. 5 bodies will fall within 5 seconds of each other, and it will lead.
Get in and plant the diffuser at the last second. Damage has been done and will continue to be done through the wall. The Kanto Raketti will get one. Jonas turning around with no ammo left in the Alda. That's not something you hear very often. All the tracks are going to be thrown inside a laundry area, and Uno turns around to finish off Jonas. That's G2 just pouncing when the opportunity was available.
The foyer prone, and oh no, too much of his body is exposed. Possibly waiting for somebody to vault on over that window, but Sleben will get the first kill for Mouz. Kanto Raketti picks up his second, as he just absolutely shoves Sleben into the ground. Waiting for a second to possibly follow up. Appears to be Gomfi. Both of them running with a hollow and a reflex, so they're both going to be at the same position when it comes to line of sight and who sees who first.
Jonas firing in as well through the window, allows Gomfi to come in and find the shot on Kanto Raketti. A lot of time has been expended, but now we're down to a 3v3. Pengu is going to spot that the whole barricade has been taken away, so now he can use that to his advantage as well to rotate. Goga and Uno will find a kill each, and then Pengu for the last one. Boonsi will fall. The defensive G2 again won both times now by both teams on Kitchen. Floorboard on the top floor that you can destroy, play all of that to your advantage as well. Reminder of it, the quick frags early on from Kanto, yes! He'll find it, Boonsi, the first player eliminated in the round.
Must have been a Valkyrie camera that was tossed out earlier on, with information being given to Kanto for him to be able to get that kill. The rest of Mouz Sports will try to hold it together. Oh, a second coming out from Kanto, and Jonas is down below, so a run out here from the Valkyrie could prove to be quite successful. He'll toss the camera out and he'll catch one on Repel, but at this point, the target is potentially lost. This could be a jump out of the window over by Mining and Dining as Goga guns down Shate, and Mouz are not even able to get into the building. This is very dangerous. Jonas twisting in the wind as Pengu is there, and Mouz, within 50 seconds, find themselves with just what little is left of Gomfi. And it won't be too much. An ugly first match, but G2, in absolutely dominant fashion, they run over Mouz Sports. 7-1, what a statement from G2, the defending world champions, to put the rest of Europe on notice that they're back.
They're back, and man, that's very impressive. I mean, usually G2 are very impressive in the way that they play, not so much at certain points during the previous season, but this is very much just them telling everybody, hey, we're back, and we want to go to LAN, and we cannot miss the fact that we didn't go to Milan. Definitely want to make it for the next one. They still haven't really made their way to the major, so we'll see how that goes along. To Piano, takes a bit more fire from the Legion as the C4 will connect. Secretly will find one on Alfama. Pre-fire, but it's Red Groove again to win in the hallway and then play back into that bathroom. Now, right now, this team with 2 players alive at Aces and Rise, they're definitely going to be in the back foot.
This is very tough as Lestream will try to dig themselves out of the piano room and move on over towards the corridor, but it's being watched and patrolled by Chaos, so they've got good map control still. An inability for Lestream to enter successfully. They don't have very much to show for it. Aces will take out Vitalin, but he'll lose Rise in the process, so he'll be a one-man army to try and pick up this diffuser. He'll grab it. It's a mute jammer that will stop some of those XK rusts from going off, and the entry that Lestream was looking for will not be quite as successful, and Evil Eye might also spot Aces, who walks in. It's Red Groove looking the wrong way, but he's trapped inside of this bar back storage. He emerges from the freezer, and that'll be it, as Renewals will stop him in his tracks, close the door, smile, and Chaos will take round number 1.
Many, many smiles here for Chaos. And really, it's always aces that kind of...
bolts that can come out of Capitão's crossbow. Now, in this round, it's going to be a kitchen defense. That's a free kill for Secretly. He's going to look for a second. What a beautiful shot from Secretly. And Corey missing the 1v1. So they'll put aces in a position to be able to go after him, and there wasn't much to do with Secretly, but...
Zofia to open it, Legion around the corner, and he's going to be spotted. Rise will find Red Groove, but still a 3v3.
Saw the elbow of Red Groove as he was looking the wrong way, and Rise very wisely knowing exactly how to approach that. It's now Crips who could possibly be in a dance to the death with aces. The Type 89 will rattle off. Vitalin's there to finish the fight that Crips had started, and now it'll be up to Rise to push on in. Alfama's in. He'll find a kill on the Renewals. Continue on! Oh, but Crips comes out of nowhere to save his teammate. Vitaline is down, so it's all up to Rise and Crips in a 1v1. Rise has 1 kill so far. He'll have to retrieve the diffuser with 10 seconds left. Vitaline will try to do his best to just provide information. So Rise will finish him off. It'll be up to Crips, who'll be flying blind. Hits the deck. He knows he's got to work with time. He pops up. He'll take the fight. This could be unwise. It's going to be up to Rise to rush on in, but he can't make it there in time. And just a stealthy play from Chaos. Crips in particular to keep this round in his team's favor, and a second will go.
Fire his opponents from below as the Nitro Cell had already been used. And Rise will find one on Red Groove, finally eliminating the Legion.
This trend line will continue here as we are on the reading site as to whether or not Chaos will hold on, playing quite aggressively. Only a minute left for Lestream to work with, but still plenty of time. Secretly still existing with the same amount of HP he's had since the very beginning. Rise taking a bit of damage and Corey as well. So we're basically at an even fight here. But we've seen teams struggle to transition away from that third floor to the second floor. And a key part of that is the stairwell control. If Chaos can continue to keep bodies on the stairwell, then they're in really good shape. A beautiful shot from Secretly, though, through that fireplace. And he'll continue to move on up. The stairwell control will fall, though, as Crips gets taken out from Hicks by the cigar balcony. And the Capitão losing a lot of HP in the process. Nobody from the stream is at full HP. And even though the guns don't pack a punch on Chaos, it's not going to be too many bullets to take most of them down. Not a lot of utility left on Chaos' side of things, so they're just going to have to win the fight. It's another kill from Secretly, finished off from Corey. Hicks takes out Vitaline, so Renewals will need to do his best, but he can't control the recoil. Expecting a push from behind. Where's the coverage from the Capitão? This is going to be very challenging for him, and he can't dance around the doorway as Hicks will hold the angle, and Lestream by a hair will be able to take it. Target prioritization for Chaos could have been the savior there, but Nomad's position. Head on over toward the dining hall and a pre-fire from Corey onto the position of Vitaline. There's Corey showing up big when they need him the most, losing 50 HP in the process, but claiming a very important trophy, as you're going to have the only ACOG that's available on Chaos eliminated from this matchup. And in a powerful position as well, standing over on the cocktail balcony, you can watch both of the hatches. If somebody pushes out of red stairs or somebody moves over from the secondary hatch over on the cigar balcony. So, trying to eliminate as much utility as possible. Lestream seems to be in a much more comfortable position in this round, as Rise will take out Red Groove and Lestream will continue to grow their advantage in terms of bodies. So they're in the driver's seat for the time being.
Aces will move on in. He still has the Capitão in support beyond, but Secretly is kind of just watching here the entrance from the window. Nobody moving in just yet, but he has the angle from below, opened up with the shotgun previously. Rise on watch of rotations. There's 40 seconds left, and I really don't want this to turn into what it was in the past few rounds for this team. Utility's going to be thrown in the back by the Capitão, an extra bolt in the back as well to hold off the rotations, and even an extra bit of smoke. Renewals will just rush on in and get shot down. Hicks and Corey will find the last two, and Crips and Renewals will go down. That's just force at least one smoke canister to be used by Renewals. Remember, there's still an advantage of manpower for this team, so to have that in their back pocket to use. Zofia charge will be used as an extra flashbang will be thrown in. Rise still stunned quite a bit. Red Groove will fire onto one. Take down Hicks, but there's still a Claymore set down for it. And the rotation from Red Groove will be negated. You spot the player right behind. Oh, he turns around and right into the head. It's Rise to find it. It was Vitaline, though. Find one onto Aces, another one onto Crips and Corey. For the last one on Vitaline, who's coming down by the red stairs, watching for the eventual flanks. And they'll be very successful in that spot.
So a couple
just for now.
Hopefully finding some safe hands waiting for him, but no, it'll be a finish from Hicks. He's trying to draw out the inevitable, or prolong the inevitable, waiting to see if somebody from Chaos would come to the rescue, but there will be no cavalry this time. Secretly cuts Corey off of a wire. Looks for another one, but can't be able to find it for the time being, as it's Aces as his next target, alongside Alfama. So it's the friendly Thatcher Thermite duo, joined by a Zofia as Rise drops, but he can't light up Secretly well enough. 3 barrels trained at Secretly, and he's making his last stand. Eventually, Rise will rush in, but Chaos had responded, given enough time to find somebody for the refrag. And once again, finding ourselves tied back up. It'll be a 3-3, though. 2 minutes have eclipsed in this round, and both teams have lost some valuable tools, but they're fighting at essentially full strength, or as close to as they're going to get.
You see the Maestro camera just giving information on the attack to funnel in from Cigar. Of course, you saw Aces as well running the Air 33, so it's going to give him a bit more flexibility in CQC fights. There's a lot of work that you can do with that. Now, Exothermic Charge has been taken away. Oh no, was there an Evil Eye as well set up somewhere? Oh, this is not pretty. There's no utility now to open up the side of the wall. You're going to have to walk into fire. Both sides are being held down. Aces takes a lot of damage here on the walk by the Cigar balcony. He's going to be down just through the wall because this is wall bangable. It's all wood. Renewals will throw out his last remote gas canister and will be able to drop Alfama out of play. Aces as well as on the floor. Hicks the last man alive, throwing in all his utility, and Renewals collapsing down with Vitaline. Chaos will find the round at the end of it. Now, this is much more back and forth than we expected it to be.
Yeah, and vision impairment is only half as long, and Aces will be able to effectively capitalize on that very quickly. But he won't be able to do too much against Secretly. I don't think he was expecting the Nomad at the window, and she guns him down.
Yeah, and utility's still available in that. Rise will find the kill on Secretly, eliminating the Nomad. I'm not sure if all of the air jabs had been used. Renewals will be dropped out by the entrance. This is a very ballsy position to be in. If you're Hicks, all of the gas grenades have already been used. And Alfama will find one on the angle, and you find the second. A lot of damage has been done. Renewals picked up, but Crips at half HP. The only one really with full health is Red Groove, and Rise as well as he maneuvers himself very close up at Hicks. That already finds him and dispatches him with the shotgun. Pre-fire here as Renewals will find 1 kill, but Hicks, even at distance, can finish him off. And Renewals is very low on HP. Even the shotgun can finish him off in this situation. And he's got no ammunition, except for what's present in the shotty. Just like Jungati, whips it out, gets the kill. Renewals is down, and his team adapt very, very effectively here against Chaos. Chaos barely were able.
That was great coordination from Chaos. They threw a drone in onto Corey, so he looked down to try and take out the drone. Oh, Aces! That is a marvelous play. Comes out of nowhere, takes out Vitaline, and then Red Groove will fall as well. And once again, all of Chaos are being rebuffed the moment they try to enter into the building. Renewal's not fast enough to be able to shoot the C4 out of the air, and it'll be almost a perfect round so far for Lestream.
There's only one alive, and that's Scripps, and he's walking up here. The Zofia will find a headshot. Aces finally dismantled, but Aces has already done all the work that is necessary. 2 kills in the round. Scripps will eat into a goo mine downstairs, but he's got a couple stairs to walk up from, and he's gonna probably pick out the white stairs here to move. He's got the utility for it. Destroy as much of the barbed wire that is set up around here. Goo mine will be thrown right in his face, so his opponents know exactly where he's at. Yokai drone will come in and confirm the information. And Crips will even face yet another hail of utility thrown his way. The smoke canister popping right on his head. Running away. At this point, I don't really think that Crips can do too much, but there's still a lot of time left. Shotgun in the hand of Hicks. It's gonna dispatch him. Yeah, there you go. Pretty easy. Zofia might be Polish, so she can survive an extra few bullets here and there and put herself back up, but it's nowhere near enough to face a shotgun shot.
The sound cues seem to suggest that new cafe, both from Fabian and from Doki so far in the 2 interviews. Secretly will start things off for Chaos. Shut down immediately by Hicks playing on these white stairs. Are those the red stairs?
So white stairs.
They're the white stairs? They are the white stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's correct.
It's completely understandable.
Thank you for showing me the red stairs. I appreciate that. Yep, that's it. I get it. I got it wrong.
Very patronizing.
Thank you for, yep. And those ones are the white stairs. Great, thank you. Awesome.
I think they're called that because of their color.
I am extremely under the weather, so you'll have to forgive me when I say things wrong.
It's okay. I haven't cast it in ages as well. So.
Yes, I'm very sick, so I apologize. That's why my voice sounds the way it does.
and you're kind of dying as well, right? That's what we ended up. He consulted. He went on the internet and he found out.
I diagnosed myself on Google, and that's the worst thing you can do.
Well, don't do that. Alphama will find the kill though on Crips. Looks like Crips was trying to diagnose himself online, and well, he ended up just going down. Both Crips and Secretly now out of the play for Chaos. With Corey taken away, sure, it's the Pulse, but both the Zofia and the Nomad have been eliminated, and Secretly wasn't really able to use his utility.
I don't know if Alphama was worried about getting spotted there, because it definitely looked like his position was being known, and Aces will try to get away, but he won't get quite far. It's Vitalin who shuts him down. And Vitalin losing a lot of HP too. So Red Groove is at full health, but the rest of the stream are primed and ready, and with Alphama running with the shotgun SMG, he can engage at either close or short range. Rise as well, having the best gun still on the board. There's not a lot of shotgun bullets left, but, I mean, you've got 14. That's plenty. That's all he's going to need. I don't know if Alphama knows. Why do you look away? That is not good decision-making on Alphama's part. I'm not sure exactly what he was looking at, but through the wall, Rise, a beautiful shot. Looking for a second, trying to keep this together, just narrowly missing the head of Red Groove, as these two will now tussle. 10 seconds left, anticipating that Chaos will push Rise, but no, instead they'll grab the diffuser, and Red Groove will be prone and vulnerable for 7 seconds. Once that clock hits 0, Rise will know, and he'll have to rush on in. Look left, look right, where are you? Good decision from Rise, and that'll be a guaranteed 1 point from Lestream, as they'll put their 3rd in a row, and be perfect so far on defense. 4, 5, and 6, 1 round away from the full 3 points. To jolt for me to imagine how well Chaos will be able to respawn. And Red Groove goes down early. Renewals takes an awful lot of damage. This is not the position you want to find yourself in if you're Chaos, given the fact that you are facing match point against your opponents.
The only bonus that you have here is at least, well, you've expended some extra utility by the smoke. Now, Secretly, finally be able to take away Aces. But that's the Doc. He's built up quite a bit of sustain throughout the round here with a minute and a half before he got taken down. Rise still playing entrance, Sommelier. Just checking around the angles, and Secretly actually wins that one. How? The headshot to find Rise, but Hicks from behind will find him. Crips with the refrag. 2v3 advantage for Chaos as the Yokai drone is being ferried in by Alphama to stop any eventual attacks, but the minute left, that's a lot of time for Chaos to kind of drone in and have a clear point of view where their opponents are. Clean things up. Secretly with one onto Corey, leaving Alphama alone. He's stunned, he's scared, he's cold. Secretly will finish him off. Very well done here by Secretly. Just very surprising and impressive plays on the Nomad.
The Yokai drone got spotted by the Thermite, so Corey on on Chaos' side of things. That'll probably be Secretly tasked with doing so, but who really knows who from Chaos will end up in that interaction? Because Corey finds Red Groove first, and now a second looking from LSE as they try to take out Renewals, as the Buck is insistent on taking this engagement against Jaeger. And there you go. Secretly, as predicted, will be the one to take out the Vigil, as he will continue on the brown stairs and edge ever closer to the site. Vitalin's not too far off. He's joined by Crips here, as we're going to see if they'll be able to open up this wall as nobody tries to push. Possible impact trick set up to grab the exothermic charge, and it will go off, but it will miss.
Still Renewals upstairs in the Train Museum. He has an extra bit of utility here to use to open up extra angles, and that's exactly what he's already done. Hicks setting himself up in a position where he can play the long-range fights with the SMG-11, but at least he'll be close enough to use some sort of utility with his smokes in the back. Aces will find 1 kill, at least give that advantage back to the Waveless team. Crips will try to walk in from the bar, but he's going to pull away at the last second. Aces will find another one on a Vitaline. Crips and Renault's last 2 alive, and again, the Buck has taken so much damage previously. Rise is going to get stunned here for just a second, but he'll turn around with Zofia, and Crips will finish him off, and no! Aces will still find it on Renault's. He's somehow still alive with that 1 armor, 1 player down on the floor. That's Crips. He tries to survive, and Aces just sprays the entire rest of the magazine into him. Chaos will fall. This team will end up grabbing the victory 7-4. So far we've had 3 games in our first Playday. All 3 resulted in pure and distinct wins, and this is our second 7-4 on Cafe of the Evening.
Almost needing the entire game for this to be able to shake out, and Chaos look to be mounting a comeback of their own. We've seen them do it time and time again, but it won't be in store for the Swedes, as Lestream, alongside G2 and alongside NaVi, will win their matches today. No draws, We've come close, no draws. Vitality and Empire could...
The Lion, something we haven't really seen, but has been available for 3 now out of our 4 matches. Karjeka will finish him off and even find a second one. That's Dan. To take him out. Sneaky eliminated very early on. Team Empire, pretty much what they were doing as well. Their plays in Milan in the previous Pro League season. Spark watching out and will find the kill on Joystick here. It's a position that you're expecting, but Spark was really able to capitalize on it, eliminating the Jaeger. Joystick hasn't really had any effect on the round so far, and will cease to do so. Qual looking around for any utility as the Echo did pass through this ban phase, something that Vitality wasn't historically comfortable with, and 1 Yokai drone will be taken away.
Scyther was sitting on that drone as well, trying to move it, but couldn't do so in time. He'll lose it. No more play toy for the Echo as you see Empire all coalesce on the eastern side of the map. You've also got Karjeka down below. He's going to be playing up by the top of those brown stairs, just waiting patiently. I think he's going to lose the angle, so he falls off, and will now head on over. This is exothermic charge, successful. Dan's impact's missing and not doing the trick. So that's a successful entry for Vitality, as Empire will continue to move. Farther and farther east the Russians will go. Now put Playday in a position to possibly fight against the smoke. It's going to be Qual to do it, though. He'll take out Scyther. Dan immediately refrags. 2 from Dan. That's 3 for him on the board so far. Spark will have to walk through the smoke, but it'll be Shepard, whose toxic canisters are doing work, and the SMG-11 will finish off the rest. Empire will take round number 1 on Cafe.
Roll down by Empire and just, yeah, sure, they lost user on the floor. He's not sure if it just yet. Joystick will be under fire from 2 angles. Will get Bibu and spray down the back. He almost takes down 3, going in for the pop shots, and Dan will take out Sneaky. Diffuser still on the floor. Pickups here from Empire as they just spot everybody maneuvering around on the outside with their Yokai drone. Wonderfully done so far.
I am surprised that flashbang sailed over the head of Joystick, but the frag grenade got caught. That was very interesting to me, and I don't blame Vitality at all for thinking that frag grenade was going to be free, and it would have been a very easy kill onto Joystick, just a simple toss. Who finds his second kill? Just sitting behind that bakery, counter, and now it's all up to Qual and Playday, who have the control of the second floor, but Empire has everybody still on the board, and none of them are going to move a single muscle. Except for the Yokai drone. Just scoot on over towards the coat check, and then Vitality will now need to try and meet their makers, as Empire will still just hold these angles. You don't need to commit much if you're Empire at this point. Wait for them to come to you, don't overextend, don't get too aggressive, and then finish out what you started a minute and a half ago.
5 players here on the board, so a lot of firepower available, and Playday has taken a lot of damage earlier on Thermite, so he was picked up. He's down to 20 HP. Karjeka watching the rotation off the desk. Qual will open up the window and then move outside. They're going to try to come in from opposite angles, but every single player from Empire just has his rifle trained at different locations. And the Yokai drone is just giving all the info. They might have lost it there with Playday spraying into it, but Qual is spotted, taken away from the back of Karjeka as he turns around and watches the hallway. Playday all on his own. Goo mines everywhere. Anything can kill him at this point, and the Yokai drone is still all around him. He can't do much as Karjeka turns the corner and finds the kill. Empire with a flawless round. Vitality, and we'll see another successful defense downstairs in the...
Who knows? Maybe Mouz even has a drone of his own. It's hard to tell, but if Joystick just swings too wide, he'll find himself being taken out by Bibu. With that saw, as you noted, he'll be traded off, though, as Karjeka's C4 finds Sneaky, so 2 of the entry fraggers for Vitality will fall, as only 1 roamer for Empire will. But with that, the clock will disappear. Only 40 seconds left, and Bibu will swing on in. Spark has been downed and finished off by an impact grenade, and that'll leave Bibu and just Playday, but oh, there goes Bibu, and Playday's gonna try to do his best. He'll take out 1 as Scyther's felled, but he'll need to be able to capitalize off of that, and 2 members of Empire are watching. You can see the mark. They know exactly where Playday is. He's not gonna be able to make it out alive, as you said, it's Dan. And down goes Playday. 3 rounds for Empire so far, and they are not slowing down.
Every time somebody says it's Dan, I just have...
that they can use to try and find the members of Vitality. It's both Karjeka and Joystick together to get that very first kill. It's Karjeka actually who will be credited with it, playing inside of that train car in between both mining and dining.
Joystick now rotating up to the top floor. Oh no, he's gonna... Oh, he's right next to him, the thermite on the drone. And just pre-fires through. Playday will take half a bullet to his back, and so many targets presented to Joystick. He'll hit Spark and drop him very down low, and Playday now is on 50 HP, and you see the drone in control of Karjeka. As now it's the defense that's in control of it, just gonna walk around and drone things out as you do in Season 10. Still a lot of damage done. Karjeka with a C4 to connect. Spark eliminated. And Qual with one Playday, a nice headshot on a Dan. 3v3, but 12 seconds left. This is where time slows down historically for Vitality. Plant is not in just yet. Qual will find one as they all dive onto the site. Scyther is off of his drone. Qual with a triple kill here. Shepard trying to stop the plant, but he has no idea where his opponent's all. He's have to rotate. Run from behind by Cigar, and this might just be the round. The Vitality net, and yes, Bibu turns around. And with the 249, we'll take down Shepard. Vitality trying to stem the bleeding. We'll get the first round on the board.
And that just quickened the pace as of late. Here's the trouble for Vitality. You had no answer to where Joystick is playing behind the bakery this time, but oh, taking Shepard out of the equation. Those will be incredibly useful over the next minute for Empire, as Dan will just sit and wait. I like this change from the Jackal. Onto the Jackal, you'll find one footprint, but no, Dan gets really aggressive. Almost gunned down, looking for another. He'll do quite a bit of damage to Playday, lighting him up. With the artillery of Karjeka behind, but Bibu will push on in, and Dan will fall, leaving Scyther now to have to come and do some work, because it'll be all on the shoulders of Karjeka, with utility not as handy as it was earlier in the round. Still possible to frag well. Scyther is somebody who has never shrunk under pressure. He's got 4 members of Vitality, along with him and Karjeka to possibly gun down. But there's 30 seconds left, and Vitality's going to have to push in at some point. Utility going in. It's a bit belated. Exothermic charge will go off, and it'll be an easier waltz on in. But you can see, Scyther will know that there's one nearby as Qual smashes away at the barbed wire. Doesn't do a ton of damage, but he'll take the Jackal out. Sneaky will fall. Qual trades him back with Karjeka waiting. Diffuser goes down, and Karjeka will have to move on out. And he'll do just so. Waiting and watching the wall. He's got a kill hole available if he needs it. He'll ponder on up, but this was an angle that he was using before. He didn't see anybody on the other side of it. He might not know where the diffuser is either, as nobody from Vitality is going to take the bait. The Alda does an awful lot of damage, and Vitality don't have a ton of HP, so this is very winnable for Karjeka. He's been somebody who's been able to carry Empire before, but he's running out of time, and one bullet will give his position away. Vitality might think he's coming from the other angle, but he'll switch sides. He'll come over, he'll examine the thermite hole, but there's a drone on him, and Playday will have all the information in the world, as there's no opportunity for Karjeka to get out of that kitchen. And on his belly, will army crawl his way. And just a single tap with a beautiful shot, and this guy...
Oh no. Thermite charge was taken away. The Tila from Dan will hit perfectly, as with the wall being set the way it is, you can previously use the Electroclaw and really shut down both of the angles. Just a breaching charge here to try to open up into the cocktail bar, but Joystick is already hot on everybody's heels. Is right up behind. He'll find one kill. He'll find 2. Joystick with a double kill. Playday and Spark taken away. Finally shot down, but Karjeka already connected to Qual. A 4v2 is Bibu. Find one on Karjeka in the rotation. 7 seconds left on the clock. Diffuser's all on its own on the opposite end here by the entrance to Cigar. Nobody has control of it. Pre-fire into the Zofia, and Bibu taken away. Shepard wonderfully done with the SMG-11, just watching in from Freezer, and that's the entire round going the way of Empire.
As Empire now edges their way ever closer to the site, they're still fully alive. Vitality will hang on for the time being, as Qual's position hasn't been given away, and Sneaky will be able to drop Scyther, putting us back at 4v4. Down will go Shepard. 2 blasts of the shotgun, with Joystick now waiting and engaged. Qual finished off by Karjeka in his Snapsuit Slaughterhouse for the time being.
Joystick moving in, and from the back he'll find Spark. Spots the second out as well. Dan turns around to find it. Playday will be traded off. Now a 2v1. The diffuser's not been set just yet. Sneaky will be spotted as he gives away his position behind the A-bomb site. Turning around, diffuser being set. It's right behind B there, very much covered by the walls. Diffuser's going to be set, pre-fired in. Sneaky will find one. That's a double kill for him. Karjeka will have to deal with him. And it's a 1v1 with nothing left. Sneaky turns around, and what a play. He finds the head of Karjeka, and Vitality will sneak the round from under their opponents. 9 rounds left in the magazine. The 4-16. Sneaky showing his previous Pro League experience, just keeping calm under fire. Clutch, maybe Empire getting a bit over-aggressive at the end, expecting a rush, catching him off guard. There we go. It's going to be spotted. Pistol out. Oh, Dan! He finds the kill all the way through the wall. And there you go. No M870 left.
That is tough, because that could have been a very integral part of your strategy that's now been removed from the equation. Single rounds can be lost by one incredibly important part of your strat dying early. And now there might be another with Dan with this impressively long angle. He'll take out Bibu, who will need a revive at some point, but Dan will just simply wait for a possible bait as the rest of his team will drop now and look to see if somebody's possibly coming to Bibu's rescue. For the time being, Bibu's just going to relay information as best as he can, being a human drone, and just lie prone, dead, essentially, inside a cigar as Dan will swing on in, and Piano will be in firm control of Empire. Spots the foot of Bibu and can finish him off, and he'll do just that. It's 2 kills for Dan to start things off. 90 seconds in, 90 seconds to go, and Empire in full control.
Full distance here for Vitality to try and win this back. The Ela of Qual is taking a decent chunk of damage early on, and you're expecting somebody to be at the opposite end of those white stairs. Playday will double down here to have 2 guns pointed down the hallway, as they have Spark on the Maestro, just locked down opposite angles. Now the wall will be opened up into the freezer, and this should force the Legion back to play in that position. Katajik out waiting for any sort of rotations later on in the round. Just because you have that extra manpower, you can afford to put yourself in power positions just like that. Joystick with 1 more on the Spark, and Qual eliminated as well. All up to Playday as Dan is just collecting the kills. Finally, that's the extra headshot here. Swinging wide. Skajeka on the Playday, and it'll finish him off. Round number 8, excellent from Empire. It seems like their attack into Cocktail, as well as their defense, has just been very well.
But he's staring down towards the stairs, and if he doesn't look up, it'll be up to Sneaky to be able to take this away from Dan. A beautiful shot from Sneaky, who almost pays for it with all of his HP, but he's still above 20 life. See the tracers and the bullets through the wall next to him as he waits very patiently to see if somebody else is going to aggress. It'll be Joystick, but Vitality stopping Empire every step of the way. Shepard will do his best to try and keep it close as he takes Sneaky down. There wasn't too much left of the Jaeger, so it doesn't take a lot of bullets out of the hands of the gun of Zofia. Scyther waiting to see if there's somebody else over by Cocktail. Empire have really struggled to take control of this 3rd floor, even though the bomb site is on the 2nd floor. Shepard will need to translate all the success they've had down below, which hasn't been very much. Hit the telltale signs of a C4 tear, and Shepard manages to evade it as it goes off right next to him. Qual has the benefit of the marks. He jumps on in. Scyther will be the better one there, as now we have 30 seconds to go, and both teams can take a deep breath.
But for how long? It's not going to be too deep of a breath, to say the least. Playday is downstairs, and damage has already been done to Zofia. So Shepard, I mean, yeah, sure, you're still at full HP, but you're diving into your opponents that have a shotgun pointed at your face. Your full health advantage kind of gets nullified in that situation. 10 seconds left. It's not a position that Empire are really too comfortable with. They're still playing away from it. They have 1 player down on the floor. Scyther will have to drop it and maybe go for some sort of plant, but the Diffuser is in the hands of the Thermite, and they're way too far off. They took way too long here, Empire, to come in. Just uncomfortable with the time management out until the round very much says it is over. Smoke is going to be thrown in to limit the extra bit of line of sight that's available for Vitality. Scyther taking a lot of damage from the back, but will pre-fire into the mute. Already 1 player down. Playday will finish him off. And Sneaky had already been taken away here by Joystick. Just looking around. He's got his teammates as well to support for the assault. The mute's kind of solo all the way in the back. Pre-fire from Joystick. Bibu taken away. The mute's getting spotted and pinged the entire time. And Dan is trying to peek. Spark will find 1. Is that the timing that they need? Dan will find 1, but Spark with a refrag, and it's suddenly down to a 2v2.
This is all coming down to Spark just holding 1 angle and nobody seemingly aware of the Echo's position. And because of this, he's able to capitalize on every opportunity that Empire has while going after another member of Vitality. It's a good crossfire that's been established here. And he's in trouble now, though, because he appears to be a yokai drone, and Karzeka doesn't see him at the last second. He actually looks like he missed all of his bullets onto the Echo, but they know his general whereabouts now. And you can continue to put pressure on him from above. It'll be Karzeka to do that, as Shepard will have to tackle the site with only 50 seconds to go. You can't actually shoot through that floor, Karzeka. You can't smash through it either. The problem that Empire is going to have is that there's still yokais in play, and then you're going to have Qual, who will continue to just get closer and closer to the site. As Ela, that's where you're going to thrive. In a position right now where the moment somebody puts themselves in your crosshairs at about 5 to 10 feet away, There's almost no way that Ella's not walking away with that kill. 30 seconds left. A drone will find the Echo, and they'll have to make quick work of him. A Gumayan will hit. In fact, 2, as Karzeka's advance will be slowed. Shepard waiting to see if the Echo will take the bait, but there's nobody looking, at least for the time being, as Shepard just stares longingly, aware that he's going to have to jump in, and he'll be very vulnerable. The Echo will push out of the way. Oh, but they're missing both of them, all of their bullets. It appears that Spark has been downed, so Qual will now need to do all this work. Ping's coming out, waiting to see if he can spray through the wall, but the diffuser's going down, and a grenade sails in over his shoulder. He'll wait for it to blow up, not cooked at all, to try and buy as much time as possible, as Qual will need to try and rescue his teammate, but he won't look to the right. It's both Shepard and Karzeka to finish this off, as Spark lay helpless, trying to assist his teammate, but 1 point will go on the board for Empire. As it appeared, they'd lost control of that round, only looking in separate directions, then it could be very problematic. There's also 2 deployable shields that will stop every member of Empire from being able to shoot somebody, and Bibu pops right up. And down goes Dan like a clay pigeon. Shot off the wire. Oh, what a shot from Bibu! There are very few who can land that, and Karzeka gets absolutely punished through the garage wall. And take a victory lap, Bibu. You earned that one.
So much work and damage being done. He will indeed have the time to kind of relax and sit back. And Joystick will be able to take him out, but for the Cloud, it's more than enough work that has been done. He already has his utility, the Electro Claw, deployed by Piano, from what we've been able to see so far. Shepard just trying to burn any ADSs in the back, Joystick looking down. And a similar thing here for Empire. If the round doesn't say it's over, then they can definitely bring this one back. And there's still a similar position for Sneaky with that Jaeger just playing behind her, a deployable shield in Cigar. It's a powerful position, but Qual will peek around. Bring the Ella again, and on the run-in, Sneaky will turn around and find Joystick. Last up is Scyther, and he's going to try to recover that diffuser, but he has no angle to play against Sneaky, and the instant he drops, he'll be heard, and a quick headshot from Sneaky will dispatch Scyther. Round 11 taken by Vitality, and we're a round away from a draw.
It's been both Qual and Sneaky who've really knows he can't rotate under that skylight, and there could be somebody watching as well over by the lumber area. But Joystick, who's on rappel, will be victim to Bibu, who will try to get back inside in time, whether there'll be a refrag or not, or whether Empire will allow them to get back and play. Bibu will have no worries at all, as it's Sneaky and Dan coming to loggerheads. As Bibu will once again run out, and this time he'll go through the bakery downstairs. So, heading on over towards the dining area, he has brown stairs at his disposal, and he can try to head towards that second floor and maybe watch the skylight as all the rest of Empire will decide to join the fight. They've opened up some way over towards that back storage area and can now look down to Cocktail as well. With just a minute to go, we're in our very final round. It's do or die for Vitality if they want to be able to get a draw here and secure themselves 1 point.
So, Karzeka will try to walk on in here. He's in control of the freezer, but it's so difficult for Empire to attack when there's so many CQC operators that are set up in this position. Grenade uncooked will just force the Ella away. Scyther and Karzeka will get a kill each. Dan low on HP. All the cameras have been shot down. Fire in from below. And Bibu is still alive. He walked in before, went out for the run. Was able to find one that was Joystick on the Jackal, but it won't be enough here. It's still the advantage for Team Empire. Dan, again, very bit of sliver of HP. He'll be dropped with a single stray bullet to his body. Gumayan spotted, and the Legion as well. 12 seconds left. We'll have to go the pickup here on Dan. Empire need to push ASAP, but Bibu's toying with them. Scyther just taking a lot of damage. Playday with a shotgun on one. Karzeka with a refrag onto Playday. Scyther is unable to hit his shots. Diffuser is still going down. A triple kill for Karzeka. Try to run in as Scyther will find Bibu. That's it. Empire, from the depth of the ocean, are able to bring this one back. Now, Cafe Dostoyevsky, our 4th time seeing it tonight. They'll be able to put 7 rounds on the board with a 7-5 win. The closest game we've had so far this evening, but oh.
That came...
I'm a tactical operator.
Have you never seen that before?
Yeah, but not in this way, like, not with that zoomed out perspective, not that much.
I thought you were laughing because the helicopter was getting really close
No, it was just
fence next
hilarious.
to it. That came 1 or 2 bullets away from being a draw, and it got really